Ladies and gentlemen, I am level 27 Marker Man, and this is Let's Play Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. Last time, or earlier today, from my perspective, we went here and did stuff. Alright, yeah, we got turned into heart squids, and now it's time to redeem our money. What? I missed B! B was supposed to be for cancel. Mr. Gem, so the monkey dies. Feed it to that other lady. I want, ooh, I do want this. I'll take the shampoo. I want this, but not yet. The scimitar polishes, I want more than that. Than the kung fu moves, actually. But I'm not gonna stress getting the kung fu moves. Oh! I guess her sprite changed. But I have no idea how they got that way. Yep, copper. There's something besides rats in the sewers. Oh! Oh, that explains that. Okay. A relic hunger. I'm in Lummox Drool. Oh my gosh. How do you know that? Oh! Hints! I wonder if the mayor has anything I can... you know, is in the mood for... Is in the mood to buy anything from me, huh? I don't have any lobster tails! What the heck? I don't know why regular LNR don't do anything. And yes, I cannot believe it's not butter. I'm just trying to figure out anything we can do in here. You know, Sky's hatchery. Let's see if she has anything to say. I promise. You mean this one, right? Yep. Held that as long as made sense to me. Shoot him down! Alright, anywho. What were we doing here anyway? Oh yeah, I was just saving the game and getting stuff. So Spiderweb Island! Hooray! Well, we could go to Mugfog, but we can't do anything there yet. Oh, because we have shampoo. Our hair does 8 damage! Good enough for me. Dark magic! Nope, I got nothing weird off topic to talk about. Not at this moment. Suppose I could explain the brute strategist gambler triangle I talked about earlier. Lobster tail! From a ghost. Should we trust that? Regardless. No, it's just a way you play games or approach guys you're dealing with in a battle scenario and or competition of any kind. It's very generalized. And it's just a theory more than anything else, so I'm not sure how real it would be. You got the fossil! These things can't be killed. I think there's something else over here. Alright. Get the squid! It's all the things here. But why am I going back in there? Save my game anyway. Alright, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was gonna explain the triangle. Well, it's like a... No, yeah, brute strategist gambler. Why? Because, there's an idea. No, I like the ways of approaching games and things. Like, brute is basically you go forward, straight, forward, direct, up front, and quick. Quick is very important, is their approach to the game. They will go... when done properly, these tactics will take you... This way of playing a game will take you straight to victory against your opponent. I was assuming versus, and this isn't always true. Certain of these are better at certain games, but maybe it'll come more clear when I explain strategist. Strategist is about outmaneuvering your opponent, very much so. When you try to make moves that make sense to counter your opponent. Oh, I missed the squid. Ooh, where could it be? Pretty sure I can get them all now. Unless I missed the one in her house. Let's get the heart squid. Hi again. Need the ride through the ghost forest? Nah, let's not do it. Yeah, the strategist does that, and it's effective against the brute because what the brute's gonna do, in terms of direct effect, makes the most sense normally. But so the strategist will just make moves to counter that. Okay, that makes sense. Well, so, okay, but then, okay, now here's where it gets weird. Is the gambler concept. Oh, that is very removed and abstract. No more questions. Or both. The gambler is about baffling your opponent. Is literally about taking risks to is a weird type of trick. It's not about outthinking your opponent so much. It's about making your opponent think too much. I guess it could be in the dungeon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. Alright. I'm assuming it might actually be in the dungeon. We found it! I didn't take too long. No wonder I didn't see it. Alright, well, I guess I might as well explain it now. I wasn't sure if I had to cut ahead or not. That's why I was silent there. I don't know. The Gambler is the one that makes the least sense in general among the styles. It's really more about abandoning what you are. No. It's about taking... It's not about the RNG so much. It's more about taking risks. Risks literally to mess with your opponent. More than anything else. It's about using impractical moves to baffle your opponent. More or less. Or they seem like they give you no rational way to function. What moves that give you no rational way to function. But they're more about bluffing and making your opponent and misinforming your opponent. Or anything. And dealing with your opponent's misinformation with instead of they're dealing with you're working with stuff that your opponent doesn't know. Oh, kind of a thing. Like the best example is if you're ever play. It's bluffing in general is part of it, but another part of it is basically if you play any game where you can play with cards face down. Out and still use them somehow without having to look at them. That's pretty much a good example of this, of a gambler tactic, because it makes more sense to read it, to look at your cards, to see what will work best. But on that note, if you don't... But on that note... Oh, there's... since you don't know, you have no way... Your opponent who's trying to count on reading you will have nothing to really read as a response. And you just make arbitrary moves, and if they're penalized heavily for it, then they're more at risk than you are, in that sense. Oh my god. But the gambler idea is supposed to be effective against the strategist, because strategist relies on knowing what's the information, all the information I have, and the gambler basically says... takes risks that don't seem that useful, just to hide said information. And misinformation, acting on misinformation can be dangerous, so that's why Gambler is effective against strategist. Now, it's not like it's guaranteed, nothing guaranteed, so it's just an effectiveness. And the Brute's actually effective against the Gambler because... well, straightforward kind of beats that when it gets that abstract away from what your main goal is. Look at that fossil. Virtual death mask, approximately 15,000 years old. It has heavily patterned... I can't pronounce that. High levels of sulfur. Still, not something you should wear on your face. There you go. He is a genius now. There's no exists in a world apart from our own. And actually, that's the main thing we needed. Do I have money for anything cool? Yeah, I want money for scimitar polish. Everything else is just extra. Well, that sort of explains the triangle. I don't know if it makes that much sense, or if it's even fully true, because, like I said, the last one, finding the gambler one is very hard. And part of my other evidence with that is, imagine like a game where somebody's doing the poker stuff right and bluffing right. And ho, welcome to Mud Dog Island. Smells kind of bad. Oh? How? Process of elimination. More genies with their light magic. So, they killed themselves to stop this guy. Never mind. But I destroyed it after that. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Nor can really anything. Well, maybe if matter meant magic meant anti-magic, but that's a wrong series. See, I told you it was a bad idea to do that. Well, actually, then we wouldn't have this game, so never mind. This is my favorite one. Oh, go back here so I can whip you beetles to death. I may use the trick for a few things to save time. To avoid certain detours for certain things. The quick dash thing. Yeah, that might be fair. I could explain more on what I was talking about earlier, probably. Or probably not. I'm not even fully sure of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, like, it's a poker game analogy thing. Because, like, if you were in there, a part of it is not getting called on your bluffs half the time is part of the trick. Just by scaring them. Now, the problem with that is, what if there are guys there that literally do the call thing every single time? Like, they're paid to do it to deal with you. Then that wouldn't really... Like, maybe even one at a time. That way, they'd kind of destroy you over time, I imagine, no matter how hard you bluffed. Of like, please stop calling my bluffs, kind of a thing. I mean, it'd be ineffective for the person themselves, but it would really screw over the guy who's trying to just do that. Trying to out-gamble everybody. That's just part of my thinking on this. I think I'm onto something, I just don't think I've worded it the best also at the same time. So, for what it's worth. So, let's move on. Pogo sword this frog thing. Oh, is there any way up there? Maybe if I use the speed boost, I'll take a look. Can I pirate jump from here? Not even close. Well, not like that. Maybe if I had the speed boost, I could do it. Ow. And these guys hit. Might be something to bounce off of. Oh. I might see what I can do with that. Or this. Cacklebat, die! Dancing lamp grab. I meant lamp grab, not lap grab. Okay, that's a bad mispronunciation if I've ever heard one. Ah! Ow. Oh, I think I can survive one more hit. Like that, and then that. Aw, died. Look, there's one more thing to pop. One heart left. Oh, 9 meat. Meat is useful. Man, we're 20 minutes in already? What? I am a hexer. Lost Souls? It's a place. For those who are living. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, that one was kind of boring. Wear the death mask. Oh. So basically, we convince this by wearing this mask, we can convince this guy that we're dead. Okay, fair enough.